Hey there, storytellers! Welcome back to my channel and welcome to day 17 of Bookmas. Today's video is going to be something a little bit different. It's going to be a reaction video. I have seen people do these videos where they react to negative reviews of some of their favorite books, so I thought I would react to 1-star reviews of 2 of my favorite holiday novels. So without any further ado, let's get into this. So I think I've mentioned several times that A Christmas Story is my literal favorite Christmas film, and I actually read the stories that inspired it by Jean Shepherd last year, and I really enjoyed it, but I wasn't surprised because I really enjoy that film. I love them both. I think the film might be better, in my opinion, because it captures a little more of that holiday magic than his stories do, but I do get where the vibes came from, and I did enjoy it, but you know, it's not for everyone. So let's find some 1-star reviews of A Christmas Story, and I'm just gonna pop the parts I'm reacting to on the screen for you guys rather than showing you the whole things, because I want to protect people's privacy, but also some of them are probably going to be too long to show. So this person said, I gave up with this one in the middle of the 3rd short story. I found it boring and not very funny. But then I've never seen the film, and that apparently springs from these reminiscences and don't have the necessary American childhood for me to feel the nostalgia. I mean, I could see if you don't have an American childhood, the film and the book maybe not making as much sense. But then again, I didn't live through that time period, and I can still relate. So the next reviewer said, I would be lying if I said I finished this. I made it to page 105, which is a few pages into the last story, so I'll count this as read. I just couldn't sit through any more bumpuses. No one can. It's fine. I love this last one. I don't know. It makes no sense. Well, it's good right now. It's good. Emoticon smiley face. 1-star review. What? Alright, so kind of a bust on the negative reviews. I was hoping for something a little less tame. I wanted something a little bit more scathing. So maybe book number 2, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe by C.S. Lewis, will have some slightly more scathing 1-star critiques. This person writes, even I don't know what it is. In my opinion, this book was really boring. I'll never ever to read this book. You know what I say to that, sir? I'll never ever to read your comment. Never ever. Well, I have never read this book before, but when I was a little girl, I had watched the movies adapted from this book. The book's introduction says that is talking about a magic world and 4 siblings who are evacuated to an eccentric, one word, professor's villa. Then they discovered a wardrobe which threw an icy world. The 4 saved the world, be king and the queen. A silly story for little kids to read. Not very exciting or interesting. What? What? These kids are evacuated to some dude's house and they discover a magic world. Not just a magic world. It's a magic world inside a wardrobe. An ordinary everyday wardrobe filled with mothballs and coats. And they save this icy magical world and get to be the king and queen of it? Not exciting or interesting? A silly story? What? You know what? I can't even ask what book were you reading. You weren't reading the book. And I will say, I've seen the older adaptations of these movies that this person has probably seen, and they do kind of suck. I'll give her that. The movies kind of suck. Watch the new film. Much better. I have no idea why a boring story took so many pages. It's not worth reading, Kevin. What did Kevin do? Kevin, how did you pitch this? How did you pitch this story? It's not boring. But how did you oversell it, Kevin? Kevin, answer the question, Kevin. Well, alright. I have to say that this book is terrible. dot dot dot. In fact, I haven't read this book before, but I've heard from other people that this book had ruined their childhood, dot dot dot. Frowny face. What is with people commenting on a book they've never read? And why bother at that point? To be honest, I cannot stand the way that the writer used that is too bad. That sometimes make me confuse. Some people said that this book is full of imagine, but for me, the imagine is all dumb and no thing. It make my imaginary heart be covered with frost. I can't tell if they're mad that C.S. Lewis uses the word that, or because then they emphasize the word that in all caps, so that's what I assume they're mad about. That but then they use the word that fine in their sentences, so like they understand, but I'm confused. It's really, really, really bad. I think it's a terrible book, and it's a very boring book. I cannot believe that somebody says this book is very good book. I don't want to live anymore. That seems like a very dramatic reaction to this book. It's a kid's book. It's not that serious, friend. And last but not least, ending on my personal favorite. I think the writer is hardworking. He might be a boring man, but love writing. And I think he should read or watch something fun, and then to make the story more fantastic. I agree. He should watch something more fun and make the story more fantastic. I just like that. Like, he's a boring man. He needs to watch a good film. That'll solve it. It solves every writer's issue. Watching a good film. Well, I don't know that I came across many scathing reviews, but I certainly came across many funny reviews. Obviously, I don't agree that these are bad books. I really enjoy them, but oh man, if you ever are looking for a good chuckle, just head on over to Goodreads and read some of the 1-star reviews on like your favorite books, because it's funny. It's really funny sometimes, the like vitriol that people write 1-star reviews, especially when they haven't read the book. Those are my favorite. I love when they're really mad about a book they've never read. But that is it for this video. If you enjoyed it, let me know by leaving a like down below. Have you ever done this? I highly recommend, but if you'd like to see me do it again, and you have suggestions for book reviews I should react to, let me know down in the comments. But for now, I'm going to get going. If you want to keep up with me and all of my bookish adventures, you can go ahead and click the subscribe button, and of course, I highly recommend that you ring the little bell so that you don't miss a beat, because it will notify you every time I post a new video, which, for the month of December, for a handful more days, a little over a week, is going to be for 25 whole days. So I'll see you guys tomorrow with a new one. Bye!